Well, it's been 6 months, and well, for those who know, they know, but for those who don't know, first let me introduce you guys to myself. Name is James Technelli, back with another video, and welcome to a series that I don't exactly know the name of because I don't have a name for it. But pretty much what I do, I do it twice a year, biannually, pretty much every 6 months. After like a certain amount of time, being those 6 months has passed, I look back at my channel, see what's changed, what's different, how much I've grown, statistically speaking, right? And that would come from like views and also subscribers and all that stuff. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Also to give you guys like some updates, right? Pretty much how I kind of like do all this. What we're gonna do first, kind of go through things that have changed since the last time I've done it, which usually I try to release these on April 21st and October 21st, since those are exactly 6 months apart from each other. But with that being said, I guess there's not much really to say there. But yeah, pretty much right now, gonna just go some things that have changed, whether it's like equipment wise or like, just videos on the channel wise and all that. And well, you guys can kind of see actually one of the biggest things that have changed, at least recently, if I'm being honest here, and that is the games that are on the channel, right? We've seen Uno, we see, Repo, Stumble Guys, even. It's just, these are games that were never present, and only, granted, Uno has been on my channel for however long, but it's only been like one stream that I've done with completely different people. Otherwise, I've never really done actual videos with the people that I've played with. And speaking of those, shout out to LumiDiog and Gyarados. Granted, Gyarados has only been present in my one series, but still, shout out to the other two, especially because they've been here for quite a few videos now. Again, shout out to them because none of this would be possible without them. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing, right? Being able to play games with people. So, and in my opinion, that creates probably more enjoyable content to an extent. I'm not gonna have I'm gonna try to balance content that I release with multiple people and then content that's just solo. I don't want it all to be multiple people, but at the same time though, I want some things mixed in. And well, I think right now I've been doing good. Yeah, obviously again, Uno has been one, Repo's been game we've been starting to do, which I know there's only one out right now, but at least soon after this video releases, hopefully within the next week or whatever, hopefully, I'm not going to hold myself to that, I'll drop another one. And then obviously you see Stumble Guys. There's also Pico Park, which you guys seem to enjoy as well. I've done that's been great to do. There's also been I know there's been Return of Games, Sparking Zero. Granted, I don't know why I even mentioned that. That was another one that I just wanted to mention just to mention because I finally got done with that series. It took a while, but I was finally able to get done with that. And when I first originally did, or when I did the last version of this video, it was it came out like a week or so before. So also, I forgot to mention, I just pretty much ramble on this video. So if you guys don't like to listen to me ramble, this might not be the video for you. But you guys, you can watch any of the videos that are on your screen right now, or any other videos from my channel. I'm just saying. But regardless, though, yeah, there's that. But there is also a return of other games. I know BeamNG Drive, there was a return of that for a little bit. I don't remember if that started before or after, but it returned at some point. Wreckfest most definitely is return and is gonna stay here for a bit. Obviously there's Wreckfest too, but also just doing more mods, and hopefully at some point I can do a custom scheme for my cars and other cars in general. Granted, that's gonna take a lot of time for me to do because that is just creating a whole mod in itself, but we'll see what happens, right? Regardless though, yeah, I know those have happened, or returned. There's also the GTA compilation video that finally returned. But yeah, and then obviously another shout out to two games Elden Ring. Granted, I only did like 2 videos of that. And it's probably gonna stay that way because I have not touched it since that second video. And more importantly, Sonic Shadow Generations. Granted, that's 2 games in one. It is technically just 2 games because Sonic Generations and it was what game it came out in early 2010, or not in 2010s. I meant to say. And then you know Shadow Generations. That was the new part. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean that was it for new games. I mean, aside from that, there really isn't much else that was new per se. Everything else, like equipment-wise, is pretty much like the same. My life hasn't changed that much. I don't know if I don't know. I don't remember when I exactly started going to the gym. I think it was before posting on October 21st. I think that's been staying the same. It hasn't been the easiest for me to consistently go to the gym, but I've been able to go to the gym, and I've still been, you know, kind of consistent with it. So thankfully, I'm doing that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's new. The only thing that's new is obviously my subscriber count, which I'll be honest with you, I have pretty much more than doubled since the last time I've done this. When I last did this, I was, let's see my notes, 214 subscribers. 214. And I am now at 453. 239 was, you know, it's a growth. That's the difference. At least that's based on my rough math of it. Now I gained 239 subscribers over the course of 6 months. By far the biggest jump I've ever had in my YouTube career, obviously. And well, that's partially because 2 of the videos I've done were a result of me doing Google Ads on them. You know, running them as an ad and gaining subscribers from that. And each of them like got about over 100 subs from it. So you know, not gonna complain. 100% not gonna complain on that. But yeah, that that aside from that, that's really it. Now we go on to the next part. Also, before I actually say anything, there's gonna be like just as like a little bit of an update for like other games I'm gonna be doing with friends, because I wanted to also say this. There is plans of doing golf with friends, possibly Risk of Rain 2, and you know some other stuff. I just figured I'd just throw that out there. That's something that you guys would look forward to watching on this channel. That is again with friends. As far as solo stuff, don't think as much change. I know Sparking Zero is gonna be releasing some Daima DLC, their first half, so you know maybe I'll do that at some point. Obviously Breakfast is gonna continue. You know, I would love to do a like custom scheme for my next video, but we'll see on that. And I don't mean like just one you can do in like the mods paint booth. I'm talking about doing it like in like Photoshop or whatever. Granted, that's actually now I think about it, most likely not gonna happen. But hopefully it'll happen in the near future, especially if I get a new job. But that's besides the point, right? But with that being said, now we go on to the next part, which really there's only 2 more parts out of this, and honestly you can combine these 2 parts. But this is the stuff I kind of like to compare the most. Usually I'll have written down notes, which I have a little note sheet right in front of me, and I like to compare view counts of videos. Usually I'll do my actual videos first. I'll compare where the top 15 videos that were in my last YouTube video of this to where they're at now, and we get to see the top 10 or top 15 here. And then I'll go to do the top 10 for the YouTube shorts, and then whatever other stuff that I like to ramble on after, I'll do that, and that will wrap up this video. But regardless, though, let's go to popular here. And well, there's definitely some changes, right? There's definitely some changes comparing this from last time I did this, right? 6 months ago. first place was Thomas the Shank Engine. That's gonna be first probably for who knows how long. It's been first for what, 2 years already? I don't even know. But it is my only video to hit 3K views. It was not at 3K last time we did this. It was at 2.9K. It is now at 3K, thankfully. Obviously, thank you guys so much for the support on that. Number 2 was, It's Over, which is this. It was at 1.6K. It is now third. This came out 4 months ago. The ending of Shadow Generations. That was the first video I did for Google Ads. Or in between this, the GTA Random Funny Moments episode was the second. But this is obviously new here. But this wasn't. This was second. This was third. This is 1.3K, and this was fourth, right? My first ever Totally Accurate Battle Simulator video was fourth, but now it's sixth. Polytrack was fifth. It's still fifth, but now it's at 1.2K. This is my second ever, yeah, my second video ever that has a view count in the thousands, but I didn't have to use like Google Ads or anything like that to get this high of a view count. Like this, never used Google Ads. This I did, this I did, this I did, this I did. Not this, nor this, but not this. Just saying. But either way, sixth was this. This is now eighth. This was, you know, like I said, that's new. That was 1 month ago. Use Google Ads. Honestly, if there's any video, which I'll probably edit this, but if there's any one video that you guys should 100% watch from my channel, in my opinion, it is this. It's 100% this. This, I've put a decent amount of effort into editing this. It took me a while to get these clips together. Obviously, I've done this with my boy Trenton, who usually, you know, I usually play GTA with him and whatnot. And like I said, we got those clips over like a few months. Finally got them put together. And, you know, it's 25 minutes long of pretty much pure bullshit on GTA. That's pretty much what it is. So, you know, if you guys are new, you guys made it this far, honestly, consider watching this for sure. Like, that's your second video because this will be your first. But either way, like I said, this was 6th. That was at 6th, but that was at the time at 683. That's at 685. I mean, it has some growth. This stayed the same. This was 7th. Right now it's 9th. This was at 380 or 376. Now it's at 454. That just continues to climb for some reason. I don't even know why. This is 11 days old and at 452. I do not know why, but you know what? That's fine. But right now, that is what, 11th place? I mean, that's nice. No Cure was actually 10th. Right now it's 12th, but it did jump this. This was 9th at 309 views. Now it's at 310. This, like I said, was 10th at 248, but now it's at 335. The highest by far of the Smile tapes, which was a series that I just pretty much reacted to. Unfortunately, the person who did them, I think is doing other stuff on YouTube, which is unfortunate, but you gotta do your passion, so I 100% respect that. But it doesn't mean it doesn't suck at the end of the day. Because that was like because, you know, some of you guys know I'm not a big fan of horror stuff. But that was something I took kind of a risk, not because of like thinking his stuff was bad or whatever. Like, I had no idea. It was just like content I could do back when I was in college. So I just kind of like, you know what, I'll take the risk of just reacting to it and like uploading it on YouTube, see what happens. Well, this isn't the first video, but this is volume 3. This is the 3rd installment, if I'm not mistaken. There may have been other ones. I don't exactly remember. But yeah, this was 10th 10th, now it's 12th, went back a few spots. But this was 9th, now it's 13th, went back 4. The Elden Ring, I don't know why, but the amount of views this got kind of surprised me. Granted, this was a video that released right after this, so I think some people who like watched this one, and I think that's partially the reason why I got so many views. I'm not entirely sure, but this obviously 4 months ago. This was 2 months ago. So was that 14th and 15th? I'm gonna like, this is where my cutoff is for you know, the next time I do this in October, right? I have this right here. This is a completely new one. This is 4-2. Honestly, hold on, let's look at this, right? Let's look at this, right? We got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1/3 of the videos in the top 15 right now are from videos that have happened really after I did the last version of this, which is very wild to think about. It's very wild to think about. Holy cow, it's actually unreal, in all honesty. But yeah, so this was the 11th. By the way, this was the 11th, and this is right now 16th. This just missed the cut. This, actually, I don't think this was even. Oh no, this was actually. This, yeah, this was in the top 15. This was 15th. Right now it's 17th. So it most definitely gained a few spots. Well, it lost a few spots, but it also gained some of them back. So this was 15th. It was at 165. Now it's at 216. This was 12th. This same viewer count. This one was at 184. Now it's at 185. This was 13th. And then this was 14th. Same viewer count, 183. And then, you know, it's funny, the video right after, Pico Park, well, technically the second highest viewed video I've done with that has multiple people, because you have, you know, the GTA compilation one. But the highest one out of the videos I've done with multiple people that wasn't because I use Google Ads to you know, promote it. Well, like, I mean, that's just crazy. Like, it's actually crazy how well that's done. That's been about a month ago. And yeah. Now you obviously have this. Like, hold on. Like, also just to see, right? So, what's this? That's 8, 12, that's 15. Every video in the top 15 right now has at least over 200 views. Specifically 235 plus. Wild. Because I remember back when I first started doing this, I would kind of keep track of how many that were in the top 10 that were over 100. But now I've got in the top 15, all 15 are either 235 or over. But let's see, like, just to go back to that 100, right? We got actually 18 videos over 200. That's 20, 24, 28, 30, or 32, excuse me. 36, 40. We got 40 videos in the top, in 100 views plus. It is actually crazy the growth of this. Then, you know, we have some videos that are like 90-some views. Some of them are really old, on all honesty. Oh my goodness. Some of them are really old, honestly. 10 years. But, yeah, some of them are like kind of recent. Just like this. But, like, that's besides the point. But that's actually unreal how, much I've grown. And hopefully, all, like, the top 15 for next time, or at least 250 plus. I will not remember that I've said that whatsoever. If you guys want to remind me down in the comments, just so I can check for next time, that'd be cool. But even then, I probably wouldn't remember to check the comments for that. So, yeah, whatever. I'm not really worried about it. Either way, though, that's enough of me reminiscing on the videos part. Now let's go to the shorts part. because I don't expect really this to change all that much. Because like what, this was at 16K the last time, this was at 15K. This was at 11K, now it's at 12K, this is at 11K. This was at 7.6K. I mean, this is different, right? This is at 12K and it was at 11K. All of these are the same. This was at 4.8K. But this I don't think existed at the time. Okay, yeah, alright. So these two did not exist. The fact, also, I mean, I don't completely apologize, but because like I really wanted subscribers, I really did. So I just did like interaction, shorts just for people to subscribe to me. It's called content farming for a reason, man. I don't know what to tell you. Either way, though, I think at the time, yeah. At the time, it was like these were the only 4 Sparking Zero shorts I had. Well, that and, it was... I think I already passed it. Yeah, it was this one. But that obviously never made the cut. That's besides the point. This plus 6, 3.6K. This is still 2.3K. That was 7th. This is at 1.4K. That's 8th. Same. This was 9th, 1.1K. And this is same, 814. But obviously these are the top 10. Top 10 have at least over 1K views. So that is a good thing. For sure. But yeah, no, like other than that, you know, that's pretty much it for this. Right, that's pretty much it for this like whole thing. Because, you know, we've checked how much I've grown. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think there's much else to say. Other than the fact that, like I mentioned earlier, hopefully I get another job. If I do, I will be upgrading my camera. Because man, oh man. Student loans suck, right? Like, with how much I've been paying for student loans, granted, I could, like, change stuff a little bit to where I wouldn't have to pay, either have to pay as much or whatever. But, like, I want to get those done as quick as I can. And I want to pay off, you know, my student loans per month. Like, if that makes sense, like the same amount. Like I paid 1K per month, and I want to continue to at least do that, if not more. Granted, I don't need to, but that's besides the point. But if I do get a better job, hopefully I will by the time the next version of this video comes out. Hopefully I get the job that I've applied for. I'm gonna have an interview shortly, not like today, but within the next week. Hopefully I can get that job. Hopefully stuff will go well for me. But we will see. I'll see on that. But in general, we'll see how that goes. We'll see the type of content that comes onto this channel. Now within like the next few weeks, month, and all that stuff. We'll see what I also do for you know, like things I can promote or other stuff. Also, hopefully I'll stream a teeny bit more. Not even just like, you know, like my last 2 streams were from PlayStation. This is 3 months ago. I completely forgot about that. This is the Crew Mortarfest. Obviously, I started playing that game over a year ago. Obviously, that wasn't going to be mentioned in this. But like, you know, that was a year ago. This was 3 months ago when I played Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown with Trenton and a few of my other friends on that. But I mean, other than that, like, I hope to stream a little bit more. It might not even be with them. It might be with you know, Lumi, Diog, and whoever else. But it could also be with them. You know, you never know. Hopefully I get to stream a little bit more. I would love to do that. 100%. But other than that, that's really it for this, huh? Yeah, like I said, go, you guys, please check out some of these games. Also, this was another game that we played. Me, Lumi, and Diog played. What Beats Rock. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, like, check out some of these videos, please. Like I said, if you want a suggestion I highly recommend the GTA Random Funny Moments. It is not indicative of the content of my channel in general, but like, it's still really good. It's still really good. Yeah, I do highly suggest it, but again, that's just me. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, that's pretty much, again, that's pretty much it for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, helps me out a ton. Once again, thank you guys so much for the support. If you guys have any game suggestions, please let me know down in the comments below. Me and my friends, or at least myself, always looking for suggestions from you guys to see like what games we might want to try and play. My headset may or may not have turned off on me during when I was talking. Thankfully, it lets me know with a sound that it turns off, so you know it isn't like the worst thing in the world. But it definitely cut me off while I was in the middle of talking about stuff. Also, just as like a quick side note, I'm sure not many people are gonna see this, but for the people who do, my niece most definitely just like made this bracelet for me. I know you guys can barely see it. It's basic, but it has like the letter J on it, which you guys might be able to see. I don't know, it might be a little difficult. Granted, I think you guys can see it, especially like with that angle. Is the letter J for what people call me, Jimmy. At least my family does. Also obviously James, but yeah, it is a bracelet pretty much, or yeah, pretty much a bracelet my niece made for me. I don't think she's gonna be watching this, but in the event she does, thank you so much for making it. Yeah, no, you know, like, obviously I like it. I meant to actually wear this like the whole time, but I didn't. And I'm actually pissed, and I'm not gonna re-record this, but I at least mentioned it, so damn it, I don't care. But yeah, no, like I said, thank you guys so much for the support. Hopefully we will continue to grow. Hopefully, you know, hopefully someone will go and buy W using my creator code James Psych. How it's spelled and all that is down in the description below, as per always. As well as the link to the stores as well. But hopefully, you know, hopefully I can get some sponsorship money. Hopefully I can be at over 500. That is the goal. Hopefully that is pretty much, granted, with how much I've grown, I'm assuming we could get over 500. Assuming I could, even without like doing ads. But like, I would like to get over 500. I would like to start possibly able to do like some type of monetization stuff at some point. Granted, it wouldn't be ads because you need to be at least 1,000 subs, as well as like other requirements, but still. But yeah, 5K or 500 is at least the goal. I do not expect 1K, but if I get 1,000, you know what? I'll take it. I don't care. I 100% do not care. But yeah, with that being said though, for the final time everyone, thank you guys so much for watching, and everyone, have a great day, great night, whatever it is when you guys are watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.